My name is James Wing. I've been scuba diving with the manta rays since 1991. This started out as a once-per-week deal with the shop that we just started trying to do this. We saw the manta rays from the shoreline. We decided to try to get in and snorkel with them. They were a little skittish at first, but they quickly adapted to our presence because the lights that we were carrying with us attracted plankton, which is what manta rays eat. There's only 2 places in the world that you can actually do this. One is in Yap, and the other is here on the Big Island. It's generally accepted within the dive community that the manta ray dive and snorkel is one of the top 10 adventures in the world. We brought you to Manta Heaven. Why did the manta rays come here? It's because of the way the currents eddy the plankton along the coastline. Plankton is just a general term that we use to describe a lot of different creatures such as larval fish, crabs, shrimp, and lobster. Their behavior at night is that they'll move relatively slowly, and what they're trying to do is filter as much plankton out of the water as possible. And then what we do is we help that plankton to concentrate by placing light sources on the bottom. So the more divers that we have on the bottom, the more light, the more plankton. This particular venue is appropriate for both divers and snorkelers. Something to keep in mind about the manta rays is that they're harmless. No barb, no stinger, they don't bite. So there's no need to be afraid of them. Although they are large, they range in size from 6 feet to about 14 feet, wingtip to wingtip. They weigh anywhere from 500 to 1,000 pounds. It's very important that we not interact with the manta rays actively. This interaction is passive, so we don't touch the manta rays, we don't attempt to ride them, nor do we interfere with their behavior in any way. Mantas have a sense that we don't have called electroreception, which means that they have specialized nerve cells on their skin which allow them to sense electrical fields. The reason that we don't want people to touch the manta rays is because touching them removes a protective coating from their skin. Manta rays are a relative of the shark, which means that they don't have a skeletal system like ours. It's cartilaginous, which means no bones. And this makes them very flexible and maneuverable. You'll note when they're swimming that they'll sometimes do this loop-to-loop action. And that's their way of trying to stay in the same position. Mantas must constantly swim to stay alive. They have a very complex system of brachial filters which allows them to eat and extract oxygen from the water. The home range of these creatures is about 90 square miles, so 3 miles out from the coastline and about another 30 miles along the west side of the Big Island. There's actually 105 manta rays within this particular home range. All the manta rays have names. Some of them are named after me, some of them are named after my wife. People that visit the Big Island often go away, having been on the manta experience, saying that it's the most incredible thing that they've ever seen.
Oh my God, I'm ready to go out again.
That was great. That was wonderful.
That was orgasmic.